So hello everyone. So let us see today how to draw an ellipse using a AutoCAD. Okay. So we all know what is an ellipse. The eccentricity of an ellipse is less than 1. Right? So let's just have a look. So which method we are using? We are using the general method, which is called as a focus directrix method or eccentricity method. So the question is given like this. A point F is 50 mm from a line DD dash. It is moving in a plane such that the ratio of its distance from a point F and line DD dash remains constant and is equal to 2 by 3. Draw the locus of point P. So now what we will do is, we are going to just draw the rough sketch. In engineering graphics, the rough sketch plays a very important role. So we have a fixed straight line, which we are calling it as a directrix. So no matter even if it is not a straight line, just for our understanding. And I have a line perpendicular to it, which I call it as an axis. And this is your focus F, the fixed point, which is located at a distance of 50 mm. So this is located at a distance of 50 mm. And what is given to you, the ratio is constant and the eccentricity is equal to 2 by 3. So if I have a point P here, according to the question, okay, so PF by this distance, PM. The ratio from the fixed point to the fixed straight line is called as eccentricity, and this is equal to 2 by 3. Now when I draw the locus of this point, it will touch the axis at the point, which is called as the vertex. Now I can write this PF by PM as VF by VA. So if VF by VA is equal to 2 by 3, then depending upon the distance, I have to divide this into how many equal parts? 5 parts. And AF, A to F into 5 parts. And from there, I have to mark VF at which part? 2 parts. So this is 2 parts and this is 3 parts. The total number of parts is 5. So that's how we are marking the ellipse. So I hope this is clear for you. Let's just go to drawing the thing in the Acad. Okay. So let's go to our AutoCAD. So this is your AutoCAD screen as it is visible to you. You all know what is in this, right? Workspace. So we will start our ellipse in the workspace because ellipse is a closed figure. Okay. So what we are doing, we'll check for the limits. Before starting limits, ortho on, O snap on, everything we are checking. So we have a fixed straight line, which is called as a directrix. And we are having from the directrix the perpendicular, which we are calling it as the axis. So from the directrix, what is the distance of the focus? It is 50. So I'm using offset command. What is the distance? 50 mm for the directrix, and this is your focus. So I will just use the multi-line text to name D K D dash. So we can move it later. The advantage of using multi-line text, what is it? We can move it later to the desired place. B and the focus F. Right. So D. So please keep your ortho off because you know the ortho, right? So D dash. Next. move point F, this is point F, move point B, axis AB. So now this AB, I have to divide it into 5 equal parts, AF. So this is your point F. So what I'm doing for dividing, I can do using offset, but I prefer the traditional method. I'm taking a line, an arbitrary line, and I'm using the arcs. So radius 5 mm, circle 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So these are my points. I can delete off the circles later. So what I'm doing, I'm just trimming off. I'm just using whatever are necessary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need this last one, so I'm just deleting this. I will just take the line, join this last point to the point F, and now use the copy command, copy selection using this, and move this to the different base points. I just need the parallel lines. So I have drawn the parallel lines. Okay. Now this is divided into 5 equal parts. So VF, according to the question, eccentricity is equal to 2 by 3. So what I am taking? I am taking V at the second part from F. Okay. So I can use right click, repeat the recent input, and what is the vertex? V. So V, move this V to the second part. Okay, so this is your V. Now I can use another command called P type and click it. Okay, and mark the point B. Point, this is your point. Okay, repeat point, this is your focus. Next is, I'm using a line. I'm drawing perpendicular to VF. Next, with V as center and VF as radius, I'm taking a circle. I'm trimming off the extra part. So I'm marking something which is equal to VF equal to VE. Okay, I'm marking the point E. Next step, what I am doing, I am joining line from A to E, and using the extend command, I am extending this line. Okay, so extend this line to the top. Let it go to the top. Later on, we can trim it. So AutoCAD gives us this facility of trimming, and it's very user friendly software when we are practicing it. So next step, what I am doing, I am taking, see, I'm using navigation bar in middle. You have to observe that. I'm taking any point. So I'll keep the nearest point on so that I can just have any point on the curve. From V, I am taking Okay, so this point, it is, what is that point? I'm marking that point as 1 and 1 dash. So I'm just moving the names 1. So when you are moving, no, if the ortho is on, you can only move in the horizontal and vertical. So just be sure you are good with the user interface and toggle between the keys. So what is the next step? 1 dash I have named. Now with 1 dash radius, I am drawing a circle with 1 as center. Next, I am taking this circle, moving the center of this circle to point F. Okay. Trim off the extra part. It will intersect 1 dash at some point, right? So I'm just taking the arc which is intersecting and naming it as marking that point. Okay, so I'm taking the point command and this is the first intersection point, as you can see. So this one, it is your first point, which I'm calling it as P1. Okay, so this is your P1. Move the point P1. So by default, again, ortho is off. Then only I can. So this is your point P1. So next step, what I am doing, I am going to draw another perpendicular. When perpendiculars are there, you have to keep the ortho on. Next. So this is your 2 dash. What I am naming it? 2 dash. And move this. Keep the ortho off so that you can move it easily. 2 dash. Okay. Next is you are taking a circle with this as center and 2 dash as radius. Moving this circle center to point F. F is always the center. Next is you are trimming off the extra part. I just need the small intersection where it is intersecting the 2 dash. This line. Okay. So this one, I'm just naming it as point P. So this is your second point. And I can copy this point P. Copy selection. Base point. I can just name this point P. And I can use mtext edit to name it as 2. So this is easy instead of taking mtext. So like this, I'm taking one more line. I'm doing it distant. If you want n number of lines, you can just follow. So copy selection. So later on, I will go with the mtext edit. So 2, 2. So this is P dash and 3. 3 dash and 3. So the next step, what I am doing. So you're observing, right? I'm drawing a circle with 3 as center and moving the center to point F. Okay. So when I am doing this, it will intersect the perpendicular line at a point. There I am marking your point. So this is the intersection point. Now copy this selection, move it here, and you are going with, what is this? Text edit. I can take the text edit and now mark this as P3. Okay. You can text edit. So this is how it is going. So the next step, I'm just drawing it very quickly. I can trim off this parts wherever unnecessary. Please delete it. Okay. So the next part, keep your ortho on. I will do the nomenclature in the last. I just need the procedure now. See if it is intersecting. 4, 4 dash. Next, move selection from this center to the focus F. Trim the part 1, 2. I don't need this. Circle. Next, point and keep the point. This is your P4. Next, similarly, I am just doing it for all the steps. Later on, I will give the nomenclature. Okay, circle with 5, 5 dash. This is your fifth point, right? So move this circle with this center to point F. And it is intersecting somewhere. I will use point command and mark it here. Trim off the extra part. So this is your fifth point. Next, get the sixth point. See, somewhere the ellipse has to close, right? So we are checking where is this closing point. We don't know the other focus. So we have to see that from one focus only, the ellipse is tending to close. So every time I am using the circle, delete, and I am using the point to mark it. Okay. Next, see, as you are seeing, the ellipse is tending to close somewhere. So adjust your screen accordingly. Circle. So like this, how many I have to do? I can do n number of things, n number of points I can take, so that your figure is not clumsy. See that you are not getting a very clumsy figure. Okay, delete it. And where is the point of intersection? Mark the point. Don't mark big points. If you are getting very big points, then just go with the point type scale and scale the points. Okay. So here, circle, move to the focus. You can see that it's coming very close, right? So it's about to close now. So I can just relax the distance and draw the next one very close to it. Okay, so that I am giving an opportunity for the ellipse to close by itself. Move, center. So you can see that it is closing. Now trim the unwanted part. So mark the point of intersection. So this is your point. Now what to do? I have got the half of the ellipse. I can use for the other half, I am using the mirror image. Okay, I am using the mirror image and selecting all these points. Okay, right click the first point to the second point and enter. So these are your points. Next, I just mirrored the points. Okay, I didn't do anything. I'm just extending these lines. So whichever were not selected, this is delete. So as you can see now, this is your complete ellipse. Even if it's overlapped, sometimes just delete the overlapped things. Okay, I just deleted the overlap things. Now you got so many points on the ellipse. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm using the spline curve. I'm starting from point V to 3, 4, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9. See here, we can adjust the screen navigation using navigation command. So as you are having so many points, please don't stop at V. Go to P1 and right click, enter. So this is your ellipse. I'm doing this right click because I don't want a cone to be formed at point V. So I can just trim off the sharp edge which started at point V. Okay, at point P we had a sharp edge. So I'm just trimming off that and a smooth curve through all the points. Okay, now what I am doing, I am using a command called pedit. I'm selecting this spline. Fine. Right click, precision, enter. I'm using the width of this. Specify the new width. I'm mentioning the new width as 0.5. So you can see that the ellipse is drawn. I hope this procedure is clear for you. Okay. So this is how you draw the ellipse.